Good morning, Western New York, and welcome back to Schoolhouse 7. I'm getting a lot of contact from students, moms, and dads, and homework helpers regarding mathematics. I understand. Mathematics seems very difficult these days. The problems that 3rd and 4th graders work on seems like the problems that we worked on in 7th and 8th grade. It's difficult, I understand, but I think I have something that can really help. It's known as academic vocabulary, so let's get started. All right, academic vocabulary basically means the words that are traditionally used in academics, such as in the math lessons and the math text that you're working with at home. These are words that are not common in normal everyday conversations, so when you see them, you really need to know what they mean, especially in mathematics. But we're lucky because New York State has produced a glossary of math verbs. There's 37 verbs that your child must know to master things like state assessments, where these show up, such as the word determine. Here it was number 41 on last year's assessment, determine the difference in square miles. And here's another assessment example from last year. Question 40 had the students compare the two numbers you created, and there's compare on our list. So how do we master these verbs in mathematics? A great idea would be to use what we introduced a couple weeks ago on Schoolhouse 7, the Frere Model, where you put the vocabulary word in the middle. Maybe work with 3 or 4 at a time and you define it: example, sketch, and non-example. Remember, I would work with 3 or 4 and do one of these for each one. We've already got convert done for you. Convert is changing the form without changing the amount or the number. We've got the verb here. We've got the examples here, the definition here. We've got a sketch, 25 pounds to 400 ounces of potatoes, and some non-examples with compose and compare. You could also have a vocabulary skit where you assign 1 or 2 words to your child at home. They act it out using props and bringing dramatizations to the words. And finally, one really cool one is when you do roll the dice, where you roll a die, and whatever number it lands on, you have your child complete that activity. Since I rolled a number 1, we put it on 1, and they use the word and they write it in a sentence. So there you have it. These are some ways you can really find and boost your child's academic vocabulary in mathematics. So keep reading, keep writing, and most importantly, be safe.